Today I want to discuss one thing that just might be making you totally miserable, even though you're completely unaware of it. Welcome to Table Talk, where each week I unpack ideas and insights at the intersection of Christian theology and culture with the goal of helping you become a more thoughtful, calm, and just a downright great human being. My name's Brett Tilford, pastor at the Table, a church in Saxe, Texas, and this is Table Talk episode number 31. So this video is being posted in very late April, and that means we're over a month, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, I don't know what it's been, but basically into the shelter-in-place orders in light of the coronavirus and all that. And so not surprisingly, there are many of us struggling with really challenging negative emotions. We feel anxious, we feel afraid, perhaps we even feel just frustrated or just flat out angry. And like many of you, I am far from unfamiliar with these types of emotions, and so I've been asking myself the question, what's at the root of them? Like, where are they coming from? And as I discussed in my last video, I think some of them are stemming from the process of grief. However, I've noticed another source as well. It feels to me like so many important things are out of my control. Of course, at some level, this is always true, but there's something about like this moment that makes me feel it so deep in my bones. I think the key phrase in the statement I just made is the important things. It's sort of like a parent watching their kids grow up, and you have to learn to let them go. And as long as the decisions they're making are small decisions, like will they choose to drink the apple juice or the orange juice today? Will they wear the blue shorts or the green shorts? Well, we can deal with giving them control, even if they choose the green shorts and we prefer the blue. Hey, we're laid back. We can let others make decisions. But what happens when those kids grow up and now they're making not small decisions, now they're making big decisions, what we would call important decisions that could have ripple effects for them and us for the rest of our lives. All of a sudden, something rises up in us and we begin trying to control them. And what I want to name is that at a county, a state, a country, in much less a global level, we and our leaders are no longer picking between blue shorts and green shorts. But we have circumstances facing us that are a really big deal. How do we shelter in place? For how long? What should be the timing and strategy for ending the shelter in place? What voices do we trust or not trust in this time? And then we get the anxiety-inducing process of watching our leaders make these decisions, often in our opinions poorly, in real time. Now, quick footnote. For anyone who follows me on social media, you probably know my position on all this. I think the folks who want to open up the country before we are able to test millions of people per day are being foolish and naive. I think we need to follow the lead of countries like Singapore and have massive testing and tracing systems in place ASAP, and then we can open up. But all right, that's not the point of this video. End footnote. All right, so there go our leaders making decisions on our behalf, and something rises up in us, and we long to control them. We long to have a say. We long to make them do the right thing. Our thing. But you know what the reality is? While we may be able to have like some small influence on the people around us, perhaps even some influence at like the state or national level, by calling or emailing elected officials or signing a petition, sharing a post on Facebook or something, at the end of the day, we don't get to control them. We don't get to think for them. We don't get to guide their hands as they sign certain executive orders. We are not in control. Again, am I saying we literally can't do anything? No. But face it, are other people largely out of our control? Yes. Yes, they are. You see, this is one of those things that we know, but we don't want to admit. And so our minds just keep churning on the problem, thinking that there's something I can do. There's something I can say. There's some way I can fully control this outcome. I know it. I just know it. My friend, you and I are not gods. We are mere human beings, and although we try to ignore this fact, and although we try to tell ourselves otherwise, we're actually being delusional. We're not in control. All right, so what can we do? Let me give you 2 suggestions. Number 1, let it go. Stop trying to control everything and everyone. Relax. Your rigidity is not helping. It's not helping your health, and it's not helping your peace or anxiety levels. Instead, accept it fully, down to your toes. You are not in control. You don't get to choose what articles people share on Facebook, much less what the government does. Take a deep breath, chill out, find your peace again, return to God again. Second, love and lead well in the sphere God has given you. You see, although on a county, state, national, global level, you and I have very little control, in your little world, how you choose to deal with this is, in fact, tremendously impactful for the 5, 10, 20, maybe 100 people that you're in touch with, whether through family networks or work, however it is. It is, in fact, a very big deal how you operate and lead right now. And honestly, I think this is why my previous point, number 1, is so important. Because if you're all eaten up with anxiety and frustration and rage about things you can't control, then you're not in the right headspace or heart space to actually love and lead the people God has placed in front of you. So take radical responsibility for yourself in your little corner of the world, and then leave the rest in God's hands. And honestly, you just might find that this season, the way you deal with it and act and think during it actually has ripple effects for the years you have remaining. Because the truth is that this virus, it has simply brought to the surface a weakness in you and I that has always been there, this need to control. So let's let it go, and let's love and lead well in the sphere God has given us. So that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video and think others could benefit from it, then please like it, share it. And to ensure you don't miss any future episodes, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel or my podcast, most anywhere podcasts are offered, by searching Brett Sulford, Table Talk. Grace and peace.